Hey all, welcome to Thursday with Pastor Dan. Today we'll be doing Psalm 15, and then next week Psalm 23. So a good old standard one and favorite next week. But Psalm 15. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Who may dwell on your holy hill? Those who walk blamelessly and do what is right, and speak the truth from their heart, who do not slander with their tongue and do no evil to their friends, nor take up reproach against their neighbors, in whose eyes the wicked are despised, but who honor those who fear the Lord, who stand by their oath even to their hurt, who do not lend money at interest, and do not take a bribe against the innocent. Those who do these things shall never be moved. Wow. Well, there it is. It's just that easy. In the words of the Reverend John Curtis, it's just that easy, it's just that hard. Psalm 15 starts with this worship liturgy. Who will dwell in your tent? Who may dwell on your holy hill? Tent and holy hill aren't words that we talk about much in worship, and that's rightfully so. We're not a nomadic people seeking for a holy place, but we do have a holy place. It's church, which is a meeting, which means a hill of meeting or something like that. Anyhow, so who gets to come and worship? Who's worshiping? Um, Kind of the question that it asks here, and it seems a little daunting, but it makes me think a bit that this psalm is directing us away from something that I think we as a culture of faithful people have fallen into, and that's Sunday Christians, Sunday faithful, or holy day, or whatever we want to call it, faithful people, where we can come, worship, clean up what we did that week, and then go back and be unchanged and be the same as we were throughout the next week. Whereas this psalm indicates otherwise. Those who worship there's something demanded of them. And maybe I'm on a kick lately about that. I don't know. I feel like I say it a lot in my sermons, but there's an expectation for those of us who have freely accepted the freely given gift of grace and new life. There's an expectation that we're different, that we live differently, that we do different, not holier than thou, not any sort of ivory tower, but that we live differently in this world. And this isn't necessarily a list of do's or don'ts. I think it's a very good list of do's and don'ts, but I don't think it's law, but it's an indication that there's something bigger than just coming and worshiping. Our worship is wrapped up in our ethics. Our worship is wrapped up in our actions. Our worship and the God that we worship is wrapped up in the things that we do and how we treat people. Don't be cruel. Don't talk behind people's backs. Take care of your friends. Take care of your neighbors. Take care of those you don't know and those even you struggle to love. It's that simple. It's that simple. When we truly worship God, our ethics and our morals and our lives change, and how we treat people and the things we do for the world to see is different. The Psalms, the Proverbs, Scripture over and over indicate that to us. It's not simply about coming to church and that's good and kosher and we're fine. But it's about worshiping, and then our worship indicating who we are ethically, morally, how we act, how we interact with other people, not just other Christians, other people, whoever they may be, however they may look. Our worship is wrapped in those actions. Do not slander, do not be evil to friends, do not take up reproach or bear false witness against neighbors. Honor. Don't make false oaths. Do not lend money at interest. Do not take up bribes. These are all things that can be held as cruelty against other people. I think the reality is maybe this is a psalm we need to hear. take to heart. Because the way I look at it, and this is where I close, we live in probably one of the most cruelest times. We are cruel to each other. We label, we slander, especially slander. We use words to destroy, to demonize, to dehumanize one another by looks, by origin, by faith, by lack of faith, party. Scripture's pretty plain and clear. Those who worship God take care of everyone. Those who worship God are not cruel. Those who worship God, their lives indicate and push that worship out to the world. And in fact, in many ways, that worship, those ethics are that worship. So who may abide, the psalmist asks. Who may abide in your tent, O God? Something to think about. Psalm 23 next week. Hope you all have a blessed week. Look forward to talking with you. Seeing you soon.